Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. You see the captains and the coaches meeting with the umpire right there and exchanging lineup cards. While we have a moment, let's bring you the lineups for tonight's contest. We'll begin with the visitors from Hermon. Kate Fowler's leading this one off in right field. Katie Fowler, number 9, followed by Molly Simcox behind the plate. Addie Waning at third base. Then it's Mikkel Verrill and a .545 batting average in the cleanup spot at first for Hermon. Braylon Wilcox is on the mound. Becca Balmas at short. Sophie Peterson is in left field. Kenzie Gallant in center. And Liv Johnston at second base. Hampden Academy, this is how they're sending it out there tonight. Kira Gabrick leading things off in center. She was one of the seniors being honored tonight in front of the home fans, followed by Mariah Kuhn, the first baseman, Aubrey Shaw behind the dish, and Kate Ficini on the mound. So the battery 3-4 in the Hampden lineup. Addie Worcester, the talented shortstop, batting 5th. Chloe Hellam at second. Piper Parker at third. Charlie Tardif in left. And it's Lola Cowing rounding out the Broncos 9. And the number 9 fielder on the diamond in right field. Tonight's coverage brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. They're a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Let's take a peek at the program histories with the teams making their way back to the dugouts. Hermon, the visitors tonight, the 1977, 2010, and 2014 state champions. They were also regional champs in 94 and 2015. Last year, they fell to Nokomis in the semifinal, a very strong Nokomis squad of recent years. And there you see the recent records, 13 wins back in 23, 10 wins a year ago, and looking for win number 15 to round out the regular season tonight. For Hampden Academy, a peek at the program history shows that the Broncos are still looking for their first regional championship. They had 13 wins back in 2022, 12 a season ago, trying to finish with a record over 500 in the regular season as they get ready for the playoffs. Those program histories brought to you by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs, now offering $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit DoorsEquipment.com. Well, I thought we were getting going early here tonight, 7 o'clock, the scheduled first pitch, but the team just now making their way out onto the field, so we'll take a timeout before we get that first pitch, and we'll come back for it on the other side of this timeout. You're watching High School TV.
Largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
To Hampden Academy, and we are just about set for the first pitch. Katie Fowler, the leadoff hitter for the Hermon Hawks, striding to the plate. The right fielder who wears number 9 on her back. Got some Hermon stats to pass along throughout the game, courtesy of the AD, Rick Sinclair. See the look behind the plate. And the first pitch of the contest is hit out of play. And we're underway. That view that you're seeing right now is where we're broadcasting from, our broadcast positioning in the football stands, the lower corner. And after watching that first pitch of the game, quickly realized that I've got to keep my eye on that yellow sphere because it could be flying its way over here. A chopper out in front of the dish and retired at first is Fowler. A nice play as jumping out from behind the dish was Shaw to gun down the runner. 2-3 on the putout. We'll bring up Molly Simcox. Molly, a .372 hitter this season, 16 for 43. She's got 4 RBIs, 6 double to her credit. Katie Fowler, average hanging out right around 300 after that at-bat, began the game with a 304 clip for the leadoff hitter. 0-1 the count on Simcox here in the top of the first inning, 1 down, as that one catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Ficini back on the mound for the Broncos. One of the better pitchers in the local areas. That one zips high for ball 1. Tough luck loser last Friday night was Kat Ficini. Took a TV contest that we had right here in Hampden, went 10 innings, but Brewer prevailed by a run. Swing and a miss. Ficini has her first K of the game as Simcox goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down brings up Addie Waning. 565 is the batting average that Waning brings into the contest. 26 for 46 officially this season. 16 RBI. She scored 9 runs, 4 doubles, even a couple of home runs for the Hermon number 3 hitter in the order. As she watches that one upstairs. 2-0 the count to the Hermon Hawk. Ficini into the windup. And that misses low for ball 3. If Waning can extend the first, it's Farrell waiting behind her. All she's put up this year is a 490 average. That one catches a piece of the zone for strike 1. Taking all the way was Waning. Hitter's count, here it is. Chopped on the ground to short, glove there, throw across the diamond, and it's a clean top of the first in the field for the Hampden Academy Broncos. They put down the Hawks 1-2-3 after half an inning. Hermon 0, Hampden coming up on Ticket TV.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we are in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Back here in Hampden with the Broncos coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a look at the Hampden lineup. Leading it off, Kira Gabrick, the left fielder. Mariah Kuhn at first, and Aubrey Shaw, the catcher, due up in this inning if anybody reaches. The pitcher, Kat Ficini. That one on the ground to short, a bobble, and safe at first is Gabrick on the E6 to open up the bottom half of the first for Hampden. Full lineup here, so it's Gabrick, Kuhn, Shaw, and Ficini, just like the Hawks. The Broncos putting that battery in the 3-4 spot in the lineup. Addie Worcester at short bats 5th, followed by Chloe Hellum at 2nd, Piper Parker at 3rd, Charlie Tardif in left, and Lola Cowing in right. Here's the first offering to Kuhn. She shows bunt, pulls it back, pitch taken in there for a strike, throw down to second, and the runner is out. We gotta see a replay of that one if we can. There was a collision there at the second base bag. as Balmus came over to retrieve the throw. Take another look. Is the runner out? Now we have a question, it seems, with Jared Williams coming on to the diamond. You'll see the collision here. Tag applied. Balmus spilled. She was down for a second before jumping up, and the Hampden head coach, Jared Williams, wants to just check on things here with the umpires, make sure that the tag was applied, and this runner is in fact out, as Hermon checking on Balmus out there at shortstop. See Balmus towering over the other infielders. Biggest player on the diamond out there at short. She was taken out at the lower legs on that last collision. So after a brief conference, the runner is in fact out. One down here in the bottom of the first inning on the attempted steal. Simcox gunning down Gabrick at second. Scoreboard not showing any balls or strikes, as that pitch is swung on and missed, which I believe runs the count to 0-2 on Kuhn. Pull back on the first pitch, which looked like a called strike before that throw down to second. Kuhn getting a piece there to stay alive. Gabrick caught stealing for the first out of the first. 0-2 the count on Kuhn. And just getting a piece of that one. The Bronco dugout was unsure as they were yelling at their first baseman to take off for first, but Kuhn parked in the box as she caught a little bit of the yellow with the aluminum. 0-2 to the Hampden number 2 hitter. A wave and a miss, and there's the first strikeout of the contest.
Now batting number 7, Aubrey Shaw.
Two down now in the first for Aubrey Shaw. Shaw watches the first one through for strike one. Braylon Wilcox fanning Kuhn for her first K of the game, now delivering the 0-1. Fouled off, backing out of play, and it's 0-2. Wilcox looking to match Ficini with a quick first inning. Ficini retired the Hawks 1-2-3, and Wilcox faces the minimum as well. A swinging fan for Shaw, and after one, we're scoreless here in Hampden on Ticket TV.
I order your vehicle. I appraise your vehicle. I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle. I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle.
You'll do better at Darlings.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Hampden, getting ready for the second inning here. Quick firsts from both Ficini and Wilcox on the mound. Both faced just 3 batters. Hermon went down 1-2-3 in the first. Gabrick, the leadoff hitter for the Broncos, reached on an E6, but was then quickly gunned down on an attempted steal at second. Due up here in the top of the second for the Hawks, it's Verrill, Wilcox, and Balmus. 4, 5, 6 in the order. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Darlings in Bangor, Ellsworth, and Newport. With great selection and great service, they're ready to put you behind the wheel. Visit darlings.com or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings. Our coverage also brought to you by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, 240 West Old Town Road in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. 0-1 the count on the Hermon cleanup batter. Verrill, a .490 hitter for the season as she pokes that one softly to second, gloved and flipped over to first. Good reaction there at first by Kuhn on the feed from Helm. Verrill retired 4-3. I'll bring up Braylon Wilcox. Verrill was hitting .490 before that ground out, now 24 for 50 this season. Wilcox, the starting pitcher, .410 with a home run and 13 RBIs. She puts that in play to second. 2 up, 2 down. Keeping busy over there is Helm for the second putout of the second inning.
Now batting, number 15, Becca Balmas.
2 down in the inning. It brings up the Hermon shortstop, Becca Balmas. Balmas, a .302 hitter this season, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. Officially 13 for 43 as she gets ready to step in here. First, an extended talk from her third base coach, maybe encouraging her to watch a pitch or two here, as we've got 2 outs on 3 pitches in the second. Swinging away the first one and a chopper to third. Glove there, throw across the diamond. 1, 2, 3, go the Hawks on a minimal effort on the mound from Ficini. To the bottom of the second we go on Ticket TV, scoreless here from Hampden.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Welcome back to Hampden, getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. Leading it off, Kat Ficini, star pitcher for the Hampden Academy Broncos and a cleanup hitter in the order. Gabrick reached on an E6 in the first. That's our only base runner of the contest so far through 3 half innings. Ficini watches the first one high for ball 1. Ficini, Worcester, Helm due up in the bottom of the second for the Broncos. Wave and a miss behind on the fastball that time. Wilcox checks the wristband, toes the rubber, and into the delivery. Swing and a miss, and ahead 1-2. Wilcox punched out Kuhn and Shaw back-to-back to end the first, make it 3 in a row as Ficini goes down swinging to begin the second.
Now batting, number 11.
Don't forget to tune in to the local shows on 92.9 The Ticket. The Morning Roast gets your weekdays underway, 6 to 8 a.m. Only 3 days remain to hear the dulcet tones of Jeff Hoke before Matthew Cunha takes over as morning producer. And that's The Drive, bringing you home weekdays from 4 to 6 in the afternoon. Addie Worcester, a wave and a miss at the first pitch. So Wilcox with 3 strikeouts so far in the contest. She entered tonight's game 5-0 the record, a 0.70 ERA. There's nearly a catch made there in foul territory by Verrill, but unable to squeeze it up against the fencing. Wilcox 5-0, 0.70 ERA. She's now up to 52 strikeouts in just over 31 innings pitched this year. Well, scoreboard only says 2 strikes, but the umpire said that was strike 3. Worcester down looking. A backwards K that time for Wilcox. And that is 4 in a row down by way of the K. 2 down here in the second and brings up Chloe Helm, the second baseman. Chloe watches the first one dip down and away for ball 1. Opposing teams have managed just 6 runs off of Wilcox this year. Only 3 of them have been earned. She has scattered 17 hits over now 8 appearances for Hermon. 1-1 the count. Off speed pitch, catches the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Wilcox back on the mound and in control, looking to punch out the side, and she does just that, blowing it by Helm. 5 straight strikeouts for Wilcox, and we are scoreless through 2 innings in Hermon. Hampden.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. brewerfcu.org.
Back here in Hampden, scoreless as we move to the top of the 3rd inning. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters all ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. Coverage also brought to you by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings at 105 Main Street in Bangor. Leading things off in the top of the 3rd for the Hawks, it's Sophie Peterson, the left fielder. Both pitchers have faced the minimum. 6 up, 6 down through the first 2 innings. Only 1 base runner so far in the game. That was Kira Gabrick, who reached on an error. One and 1 the count here on Peterson. Sophia, 343 the average for the season with 6 RBI. Ahead here, 2-1. Officially 12 for 35 this year. 3 doubles and 4 runs scored out of the 7-hole for the Hawks. There's a wave and a miss to even the count at 2-2. Ficini just 1 strikeout so far. Looking for a second here. And she's got it. Went to the off-speed stuff. Tag applied as the ball was dropped behind the dish, but it's a 2nd strikeout for Ficini. One down in the 3rd. It brings up Kenzie Gallant. There's a look at the live events coming up this week on 92.9 The Ticket. Tonight you got Red Sox baseball beginning just about, well, 5 minutes ago, I guess, technically, at Fenway Park. And then tomorrow, myself and Jim Churchill on after what's hopefully the rubber game of that series. 1:35 first pitch, 12:35 pregame coverage begins. Thursday night, NBA Finals, Game 1, Pacers at Thunder. That one's popped up in our direction, but it will fall in foul territory just down beneath us off the bat of Gallant. Friday night, first Sox-Yankees series of the season. Took until June 6th to get there, but it will begin at 7:05 in the Bronx. 0-1 the count on Kenzie Gallant. Gallant at an even 400 for the year, 11 RBIs. She's also scored 11 runs to go with a .417 on base percentage. That one misses upstairs, and the count in favor of the Hermon batter, 2-1. Kenzie, number 8 in the order, number 8 in the field, playing center. As that one misses low, and Gallant now ahead, 3-1. Ficini, a peek over to the dugout, now into the windup. The 3-1 delivery, pumped through to run the count full. Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located at 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. They offer great food, great drinks, and great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000. Visit unos.com. Gallant getting a piece of it to foul it back. Also tonight on Ticket TV over at Bordick Field across the sports complex here at Hampden Academy. The Broncos and Hawks doing battle on the baseball diamond. That one's punched through the left side and into left field, and the night's first hit belongs to Kenzie Gallant. A one-out single here in the top of the third. One on, one out for the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Liv Johnston. She's also hitting .400 for the season. That's a pretty potent 8-9 combination in the order for the Hawks. A pair of .400 hitters. That one a called strike. Throw down to second. Tag applied. And gunned down at second is Gallant. So just like Simcox did in the first, Shaw does here in the second to gun the runner at the bag. Take another look. Tag applied up around the face before the legs could get in. Out is the call on the caught stealing. So just like that, now 2 down here in the third. 0-1 the count on Johnston. That pitch missing inside for ball 1. Johnston a .467 on-base percentage to go with a .400 average. She's got 10 RBIs, 8 runs scored, 4 doubles this year. Swing and a miss there, and Ficini ahead 1-2. Cat trying to face the minimum through 3. Johnston, number 9 hitter in the order, just able to get a piece of that rising fastball. If you're stuck on the side of the road, Union Street Towing has you covered 24/7 and statewide. From breakdowns to lockouts, they'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200, driven to be there when you need them most. Ducking underneath the 1-2 is Johnston. At Bennett Auto Center, you can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference. 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and online at BennettAutoCenter.com. 2-2 from Ficini, skips its way in there to run the count full. Three and 2 the count on the number 9 hitter here in the top of the third. Just punching that one foul up the first base line to hang tough. If anyone reaches, the lineup turns over for Katie Fowler. Ficini trying to get this back in the dugout. 3-2. Fouled off again, right off the top of the Hermon first base dugout. Payoff pitch from Ficini. Here it is. That one behind the batter, might have even got a piece of her. Down to first, smack in the head goes Johnston. Second base runner of the inning for the Hawks. And the lineup will turn over for Fowler. Grounded out on a chopper that was pounced on by the catcher Shaw in the first inning. .14 for 47 this year is a wave and a miss at the first offering from Fowler. She's got 8 RBI, 10 runs scored, 5 doubles. Splitting the gap here might bring the game's first run as that one's punched on the ground to first. Glove there, and stepping on the bag is Kuhn to retire the Hawks in the top of the third. After 2.5 from Hampden, scoreless on Ticket TV.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Back here in Hampden on Ticket TV, Pat's Pizza in Hampden, whether you're watching or playing softball, can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza, Main Road in Hampden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. 0-0 our score with the Broncos coming to the dish here in the bottom of the third inning. Parker, Tardif, Cowing, 7-8-9 in the order, due up. First pitch to the third baseman, Parker, is a strike. That one fouled off over the head of the on-deck batter, Kuhn. And Wilcox quickly ahead, 0-2. Braylon working on 5 straight strikeouts, the current streak. Leadoff hitter for the Broncos reached on an E6. Since then, a caught stealing to retire Gabrick at second, and all strikeouts from the right arm of Wilcox. Parker just getting a piece there to stay alive at the dish. Red Sox and Angels scoreless in the bottom of the first at Fenway. As a wave and a miss begins this third inning for the Broncos at the dish, a 6th straight strikeout for Wilcox on the mound. Let's take a look at the school profile for the Hermon Hawks. Enrollment of 567, Rick Sinclair, the AD, Brian Walsh, the principal. Did you know that in the early 20th century, Hermon was home to a cheese factory that produced 3 tons of cheese daily, highlighting the town's agricultural and industrial heritage? You learn something new every night on Ticket TV. Charlie Tardif now batting, the Hampden Academy left fielder, ahead in the count 1-0. That pitch pumped through for a strike. Mentioned the Red Sox score at Fenway. That's a 6-run improvement from last night when Dick Fitz allowed 3 homers and 6 earned in the top of the first, en route to a 16th 1-run loss for the Bo Sox this season. Here's the 1-1 skipping through for ball 2. 2-1 the count to the number 8 hitter in the Broncos lineup. Lola Cowing waiting on deck as Wilcox toes the rubber and goes into the delivery. Fouled off to our left, and the count now even at 2-2. Mark Paulette along with you tonight on this broadcast, along with Jay Baines, producing, directing, running the 1s and 2s, and now speaking a little bit as we bring Jay into the broadcast.
Well, you brought up that, really bad first inning by Dick Fitz yesterday. I didn't realize they were down 6-0 to start until first thing this morning when I was listening to the morning show.
Yeah, so that's kind of how the Red Sox have been explaining their games recently. Yeah, rough start, but the rest of the game we won 6-1, so they're not far off, as the manager Alex Cora said after last night's loss. Another strikeout for Wilcox makes it 6 in a row. That will end the streak, but it'll also end the third for the Broncos at the dish, as Wilcox shows off the overhand arm that time, gunning down the runner at first. Scoreless through 3 on Ticket TV between the Hawks and the Broncos.
With a great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played, lifelong memories start here at Glen Burn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glenburn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Here we are in Hampden for the top of the fourth inning with the Hawks at the dish. It's Molly Simcox, the Hermon backstop, leading off in the top of the fourth. Molly struck out back in the second, one of two strikeouts for Ficini so far in the contest. Top of the fourth inning, sun setting over Hampden Academy across the way from us here at the football/softball complex, and this one is speeding through thanks to the efforts of Wilcox and Ficini on the mound. We've faced just one batter over the minimum through the first three innings. Simcox here, the number 2 hitter in the order for the Hermon Hawks. That one punched on the ground wide of third and foul to even the count at 2-2. Hampden has had just one base runner. That was their leadoff hitter, Kira Gabrick, who reached on an error and then was gunned down on an attempted steal. The Hawks have had 2 base runners. One of them was caught stealing as well. That pitch upstairs to run the count full at 3-2. Three and 2 to Simcox, leading off here in the fourth, and a wave and a miss. Ficini battles back to get the swinging strikeout. Simcox down by way of the K for the second time tonight. See the break on that pitch as it made its way over to the left-handed batter's box halfway to the plate. Now bring up Waning, and Waning watches an off-speed delivery miss for ball 1. Waning grounded up to short in the first inning, now 26 for 47 this year. 565 was the average to begin the night. And if I can get to my calculator app in time, I can give you the updated average, now 553. So still not too shabby for the number 3 hitter in the Hawk lineup, awaiting the 2-0. Chopped on the infield, gloved it short, firing over for the second out of the inning. And quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth. Worcester with the play at short for the Broncos. Brings up Verrill. Swinging away at the first pitch upstairs for strike 1.
I know Jim and I have always talked about the increased pace of play on the softball side compared to baseball.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
This is another level.
Beautiful thing, as that one's hitting in the air to right and caught out there by the Hampden Academy right fielder, Kira Gabrick, putting away the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, on to the bottom of the fourth. Scoreless through 3.5 on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like it here.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart. And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 84 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Back here in Hampden as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home in style for a fraction of retail costs. Check them first, check them often. Do Green. Sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. Their coverage also brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Route 1 in Hancock and at Tony's FairwayAuto.com. Kira Gabrick leading off here in the Bottom of the fourth inning for the Hampden Academy Broncos. Their leadoff hitter getting just her second at-bat of the game as Braylon Wilcox has faced the minimum and continues to do so with Gabrick popping out to short. Here's a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule taking place across the way right now. Hampden and Hermon on the baseball diamond. Tomorrow night, back here at Hampden Academy for a lacrosse match as Hampden hosts Jay. Fill in the rest of the sentence.
That would be the Northern Maine Co-op, the Northern Maine Moose.
I
out of
thought
Hampden.
so, based on the logo that we were seeing, and then my brain was desperately trying to come up with an NM town name.
Yeah.
Could not do so.
I believe that's part of a double header. I think girls lacrosse goes at 5 o'clock as well. Just one of, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sports on this field.
They make the most of it here at Hampden, that's for certain. Plenty of lines to quiz the brain on which sport exactly you're watching and try to keep straight. 1-1 the count here as that's chopped foul.
And I don't want to speak ill of my alma mater, but I will say it. There are too many lines on this field.
There's a few. There are just a few. Many colors, many lines going in all directions. Dissecting and bisecting the field here. That's upstairs to even the count at 2-2.
Remember when they put the first turf in, when they moved softball down here, they actually had the old sliding pits like you saw in every National League stadium back in the 70s and 80s, and that lasted maybe a year.
There's a wave and a miss and another strikeout for Wilcox as Kuhn goes down swinging for the second time tonight. That is 8 strikeouts of the 11 outs recorded by Braylon Wilcox. Aubrey Shaw, Hampden catcher, swinging and missing at the first offering. She struck out swinging back in the first as part of 6 consecutive strikeouts that Wilcox recorded between the first and third innings. That one just missing to even the count at 1-1. Bangor Mall Cinemas has been Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. They feature luxury recliners and an upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Backing up there is Shaw, and now ahead in the count, 2-1. Wilcox gathers herself, now toes the rubber. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air to deep left center field, but ranging back is the Hawks center fielder to squeeze it. Kenzie Gallant has it for the final out of the inning. We're through 4 in Hampden. We are scoreless on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Back here in Hampden as we make the move to the 5th. Just one hit in this game. It belongs to Kenzie Gallant, Hermon number 8 batter, and she was quickly retired, trying to steal second. Here's a look at the Hampden Academy school profile. Enrollment of 761, Barry Terrell, the athletic director, Reg Rulin, the principal. Did you know that Hampden was originally called Wheelersboro after its first settler, Benjamin Wheeler, a carpenter and mill owner, actually did, thanks to Town of the Year. The only other thing with as much random trivia about local towns in the state of Maine. That pitch misses high for ball 1 to begin the 5th inning. Leading things off for the Hawks is the pitcher, Braylon Wilcox, trying to help her own cause. Braylon grounded out to second back in the first. entered action tonight with a .410 batting average.
Can you imagine that? Wheelersboro, 15 letters.
Yeah, that's a lengthy one. That's a mouthful. Wilcox, a piece of that one, now behind in the count 1-2. Season average sitting at 400. She's got a home run and 13 RBI. Awaiting the 1-2. Off speed, punched foul and wide to third. Ficini with 3 strikeouts so far in the game. Wilcox with 8, but trying to avoid becoming the 4th. That Ficini records on the mound. Count now even at 2-2. That pitch misses upstairs for ball 3 in the count. Now runs full. 3-2 to the Hermon number 5 hitter to begin the top of the 5th inning here on Ticket TV. Ficini doesn't have too many 3-ball counts. Here's the payoff pitch, and she battles back to put down Wilcox swinging. A strikeout to begin the 5th. And I'll bring up Becca Balmus with 1 down. Balmus, the Hermon shortstop, hitting right around 300 for the year. She's got 1 homer and 14 RBI. First run scored tonight may well be all that's needed for either of these teams between the way Ficini and Wilcox are dealing. Balmus ahead in the count, 2-0 as that one skips in after slipping out of the hands of Ficini. 2-0 to Balmus, swinging away and swinging through it. Ficini into the windup with the 2-1. It's upstairs and all the way to the backstop. Sun setting here at Hampden Academy. Falling down in a hazy sky from the Canadian wildfires and also some Saharan dust making its way across the Atlantic from the other direction. 5-3 the put out there as Balmus grounds into the chopper for a second out in the 5th.
See, I got duped. I thought that was the second out. Scoreboard had 2 outs. I thought it was the 3rd.
That's why you got to keep score the old-fashioned way, too.
Well,
not that you have a hand free to do so, but
yeah, well, that's true.
2 down here in the 5th, and it brings up Sophie Peterson. Hermon left fielder struck out her first time up, and she watches the first pitch through for strike 1. Peterson, 333 the average, 12-4-36 this year. And that one catches the corner. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. For the best in landscaping materials, and equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and at glenburnlandscape.com. A wave and a miss there, and well, Jay, I hate to say it to you, but the scoreboard was inaccurate once again. 1 strike on the batter. Strike 3, the call from the ump. Another K to end an inning, and we are still scoreless here in Hampden as Peterson goes down swinging.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Kat Ficini, the Hampden cleanup hitter, leading off in the bottom of the fifth, getting only her second at-bat of the game because Braylon Wilcox has been sitting them down on the mound. Ficini drops down a bunt, fielded by Wilcox, her throw offline. Ficini's going to be safe at first. Unable to squeeze it while trying to get a foot over to the bag was Johnston. Wilcox throw just a little offline, and the Broncos, for the second time this game, believe it or not, have a leadoff base runner. Now that being said, that's only their second base runner of the game. Both reached on in errors. E6 back in the first, now an E1 putting Ficini aboard. Worcester fakes the bunt and pulls it back to watch strike one. Hampden shortstop trying to come through here in a big spot. Hermon has not had many base runners themselves, only two so far in the game. One hit and a hit batter. Attempted bunt there is fouled off at the dish, and it's quickly 0-2 on Worcester. The lights have yet to take effect, so we're playing in some shadows here at Hampden Academy with the sun still in the sky. 0-2 to Worcester, and she spoils it back to stay alive. Give Novus Auto Glass a call today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. Bangor Tire Company also has you covered from a lawnmower to a skidder. As that pitch misses for ball two. Since 1927, the best in tires and service. You can find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Hermon and at BangorTireCompany.com. Wilcox looking for another punch out. Here's the delivery. And backing up Worcester as she takes another one down and in. Just staying alive, getting a piece of that one. Worcester out in front of the off-speed pitch, but able to keep the hands back to just get a little contact. Old Town Redemption Center is the original Redemption Center of Old Town for 30 years. They're family owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center, find them at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Upstairs, Worcester has worked the count full. 3-2 to Worcester with Ficini standing at first. On the ground to third, glove there. They go to second for the force. No throw to first on the relay. So they give Ficini the lead runner. Worcester down to first on the fielder's choice. Now one down with a runner aboard in the fifth.
Now back, number 9, Chloe Hellum.
Chloe Hellum, the Broncos' second baseman, getting her second at-bat of the game. She struck out swinging back in the second as part of those 6 straight strikeouts from Wilcox. First pitch missing upstairs here for ball one. One and 0. A wave and a miss. Big cut that time from Hellum to even the count. Push Out Energy is trying to provide heating fuel at the lowest possible cost. Give them a chance to be your oil company and you will not be disappointed. Offering on-call and automatic delivery service in the greater Bangor area at 949-9108 or visit pushotenergy.com. Coverage also brought to you by UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, call the ticket office 581-BEAR or visit goblackbears.com. 1-2 to Helm, and just getting a piece of it to stay alive off the heater from Wilcox. Breeze seems to have died down here in Hampden. The sun setting in the background. Wilcox checks the wristband, toes the rubber, and the 1-2. Off speed, freezes Helm for strike 3. Wilcox throws up a backwards K for her 9th strikeout of the night. Here's a look at the Hermon recent results. A 9-1 win in Nokomis back on May 26th. A 3-1 victory over Bangor, the number 1 team in Class A, last Tuesday. As an attempted bunt there, missed by Parker. And then last time out, a 10-0 victory over John Babst on Saturday.
And of course, that Bangor win, last week, obviously, it's interesting when these teams come in when they pretty much have that number 1 seed locked up, okay? How do you play a game like this? Okay, Old Town, yes, a very strong number 2 seed, but they can't catch them.
Yep.
Okay, how does Hermon address, come into and, play this game? Obviously, they're playing to win. Hampden obviously needs this a lot more. There's an outside shot that they can sneak into the top 4 in A with some help, but, when you have a win over a number 1 team in Class A, that's going to propel you.
That helps out
a little bit.
Parker trying to hang tough. Down in the count, 1-2. That one floats upstairs. Due up for the Hawks in the top of the 6th. 8-9-1. Gallant, Johnston, and Fowler. 2-2, a wave and a miss. Strikeout number 10. What a performance this has been from Braylon Wilcox. Scoreless, we remain on Ticket TV in Hampden.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Back here at Hampden Academy, we head to the top of the 6th inning, still looking for the game's first run. Still looking for only the second hit of the contest. The only one of the night belongs to Kenzie Gallant, and that's who's at the dish to begin this 6th inning. She singled in her first plate appearance in the 3rd, and was promptly gunned down at 2nd on a caught stealing. Gallant ahead in the count, 2-0. Check in on the Red Sox score. Red Sox hosting the Angels tonight on 92.9 The Ticket FM. And the Red Sox doing their normal thing of trailing in the contest. 3-0 early on. Top 3rd right now. Angels threatening for more with a runner aboard. Brian Bayo. 3 hits, 3 earned, a couple of walks through his first 2 innings. A guy who has failed to reach 5 in any of his previous 5 starts. Here in Hampden, it's 3-1 on the Hermon number 8 hitter, Kenzie Gallant. She puts that one in the air, behind short, drifting back, and no play will be made. Gallant aboard for the 2nd time as Worcester was unable to make the over-the-shoulder grab. Going to give that one a hit because that was a tough play with Worcester drifting back onto the outfield grass. So make Kenzie Gallant 2 for 2 and the author of the only 2 hits here tonight. Leadoff runner aboard for the Hawks, showing Bunn, dropping that one down in front of the plate with some backspin on it. But that came back and was a foul ball. Hermon just trying to move a runner into scoring position as we've played into the 6th with only 2 total hits and 0 runs so far in the contest. Liv Johnston at the dish. She also reached her first time up via hit by pitch. Showing bunt again, dropping it down, but foul up the third baseline, and it's 0-2 to the Hermon number 9 hitter. Ticket TV is brought to you by Traditions Golf Club and Learning Center in Holden. The course is open. After some swings on the range, enjoy a Pat's Pizza and some local craft brews at the bar. Check swing, wave and a miss, strike 3. Pacini picks up a K. And Gallant will have to stay at first. So runner aboard, 1 down as the lineup turns over for Katie Fowler. And the Hermon leadoff hitter watches it in there for strike 1. The 0-1 to Fowler. Missing inside to even the count. Hillside Athletics in Bangor proudly supports high school softball and baseball. They're home at the Bangor Babes training facility featuring hit tracks, spin ball machines, indoor turf, and batting cages. Find them at hillsideathletics.com or on Facebook. Catching the inner corner there. Ficini now ahead 1-2.
You know, coming in earlier today, I was listening to you and Ernie, talk about how bad you were remembering names. And other than Mike Trout, I don't think I could name you one Angel.
I can name you Logan O'Hop, the catcher, because he was on that list that you heard me reading to Ernie of the Major League Baseball home run leaders.
And clearly I wasn't listening that.
No, I can name you an injured Angel. That'd be Anthony Rendon hitting the air out towards right center field. A play made by the Hampden right fielder, Cowing, ranging over and keeping Gallant at first. So a fly out by Fowler as we take another look. A ball in the air is big time excitement in this one, as much of the action has been limited to the batter's box. Runner aboard, 2 down, top 6 for Molly Simcox. The Hermon catcher has struck out swinging in each of her first 2 at-bats tonight. 1-0. Simcox bluffs a bunt, throw down to second with the runner trying to advance, and gunned down is Gallant. Caught stealing for the second time tonight. Take another look before we go to break. Simcox will lead off the 7th for the Hawks thanks to this throw from Shaw. Back for the bottom of the 6th up next on Ticket TV.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Back here in Hampden, still scoreless as we turn to the bottom of the 6th inning on Ticket TV. Ticket TV, free, live, and on demand, always. Our coverage also brought to you in part by Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks before or after the game, with locations in Verona Island, Ellsworth, and open 24/7 at 113 Main Road in Holden. Our coverage also brought to you by Saliba Rug Cleaners. For over 70 years, family-owned in Bangor. They have been cleaning and repairing rugs with care. Visit their new location at 69 Hillside Ave or get a free quote. Saliba Rug Cleaners, clean rugs for a healthy home. Here's a look at the Hampden Academy recent results. Last Thursday, a 3-2 loss at Bangor, followed by a 15-1 win at Mount Blue, and then a 6-5 10-inning loss last Friday right here on Ticket TV. Leading off in the bottom of the 6th for the Broncos, number 8 hitter in the order, Charlie Tardif. Left fielder watches the first one through for ball one. Tardif struck out swinging. She was the final of that 6 strikeout streak by Wilcox between the first and third innings. Wilcox toe to rubber with the delivery. That catches a piece of the zone for strike one. 2-1 now on Tardif. That one shot up the middle, and a diving catch is made at second, laying out for the Web Gem, Liv Johnston. Take another look at the reaction here from Johnston up the middle, sprawling to take away a hit away from Tardif. One down in the 6th. That brings up Lola Cowing. Hampden number 9 hitter showing bunt, dropping one down in front of the mound. Wilcox wise to it, and a strong throw to first for the second out. It's the second time tonight Cowing has been retired. 1-3 on the putout, and now the order turns over for Kira Gabrick.
Kira Gabrick.
Gabrick goes after the first pitch and chops it up the middle into center for a single. That is the first hit allowed tonight by the Hermon starter, Braylon Wilcox. Just checking the score sheet to make sure that was the case, and yes, it was. Kira Gabrick aboard for the second time tonight after reaching on an error back in the first. She was then caught stealing. So a runner aboard with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. Kuhn goes after the first pitch and fouls it straight back. So a no-hitter for Wilcox now off the board. Hermon only has 2 hits to their credit. Both of them belong to Kenzie Gallant out of the 8-hole. Gabrick on first. Kuhn awaits the 0-1. Just able to lay off an off-speed pitch in the dirt. That allows Gabrick to scamper up to second and into scoring position with 2 down.
Now, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the first runner in scoring position for either side tonight.
That is a fact. We've had a couple attempt to get to second and get gunned down there on the base paths. Also a fielder's choice, but first time a runner has been standing on second. Gabrick is out there. Kuhn in the hole, 1-2. This would certainly be a big run for the Broncos to push across. They then just need 3 defensive outs to win the ball game. Kuhn gets a piece to hang tough. Outfield for the Hawks playing deep. Infield is back. Trying to play the angles here with the game's first runner in scoring position. 1-2 the count. Here it is from Wilcox. Down in the dirt. Gabrick had an idea to take off for third, but a nice play made by Simcox behind the dish to block the ball. Deuce is wild. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. We got a runner on second base here in this scoreless tie. On the ground, up the middle, into center field for a single. Gabrick coming around from third. She will score, and the Broncos jump in front. Kuhn takes second on the throw to home. You can see the Hampden dugout going crazy because at long last, they've got the game's first run.
Now back at number 7, Aubrey Shaw.
RBI single for Mariah Kuhn. Will that be enough to hold up? Now we have a meeting on the mound here after back-to-back singles with 2 down in the 6th. All the rally that Hampden needed to take the lead. Coverage of Ticket TV brought to you in part by Hannaford and Bar Harbor. They're proud to support local youth sports, including high school softball and baseball. Visit them at 86 Cottage Street for fresh food, friendly service, and a commitment to their community. Learn more at hannaford.com. And a reminder that coming up in 20 days, it's the second annual Ticket Awards at Hero Sports Grill and Ticket TV. It all starts with you. Fan voting is underway at 929theticket.com. Special categories going up tomorrow to be voted on. First pitch to Shaw is fouled straight back. Well, Hampden's got the only run of the game now. They're being greedy. They want some more. They want insurance for that lead ahead of the 7th inning. Due up for the Hawks in the 7th. 2-3-4, so the meat of the order coming up. Kuhn dancing off of second, trying to force a throw down there, but Simcox just delivers it back to the pitcher. Wilcox toes the rubber. That one's popped up behind the dish, and Simcox is able to grab it for the 3rd out of the inning. But Hampden does what nobody had been able to do through the first 5. They score a run, and we head to the 7th. Broncos 1, Hawks nothing on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Nothing runs like a deer. And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart. And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 84 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Welcome back to Hampden Academy on Ticket TV. For the first time in this game, we bring you into the start of an inning with a score on the scoreboard. It's Hampden 1, Hermon 0. Make sure to follow us on social media, on Twitter at 929theticket, Facebook 92.9theticket, and on Instagram, take out all @ signs and periods, just 929theticket. Hampden 1, Hermon 0. Top of the 7th, Kat Pacini trying to complete a complete game shutout against a 14-1 Hawks squad. Molly Simcox standing in. She struck out twice. Ahead here, 1-0. That's driven in the air out to center, but backing up to make the play. Had it tracked all the way was Gabrick. 1 down in the 7th. Confident catch, head high out there in center by Kira Gabrick, who scored the game's only run in the bottom of the 6th. 1 down after the F8. Brings up Addie Waning. Waning has twice grounded out to shortstop. She entered the contest with a .565 average for the season. That average for Addie now sitting at .542. Good news is she's got plenty of room to spare before dipping below 500 for the season. Just a incredible production clip at the dish for Waning out of the 3-hole in this Hermon lineup. She's ahead here 2-0. Ficini with the delivery. That's punched into right field and a 2-out single for the 1-out single, here in the 7th for Hermon as they get the tying runner aboard. Waning not trying to do too much there, just going the other way. It appears we have a switch now, and likely a new runner coming in at first. That is the case. Waning heads to the dugout, and it looks like another Waning, number 16, onto the field to take her spot at first.
I was going to ask the questions like, how aggressive do you think Hermon goes here? I think the pinch runner
Hannah
gives that all away.
For Addie. Hannah Waning, pinch running for Addie Waning. The Hawks trying to tie this game or take the lead in the 7th. Verrill at the dish. The cleanup hitter watches the first one low for ball 1. Verrill came into the contest with a .490 batting average. That one in there for a strike. Verrill with the average now sitting at .471. I thought the ump gave a strike signal there. The board still reads 2-0. I believe 3-1 is the count to the Hermon cleanup hitter. Verrill 0 for 2, a ground out to second, a fly out to right. And that's pumped through for a strike. 3-2 is the count. You see the umpire throwing up the 2 fingers. Payoff pitch time for Cat Ficini. Here it is. And just getting a piece of that one, fouling it straight back to stay alive is Verrill. Potential tying run on first, 1 down in the top of the 7th. Ficini working on a shutout, the 3-2. Off speed, gets down and away to the backstop. The runner heads up to second. Was that ball 4? Verrill's looking around, asking the question. The umpire says no. And the at-bat continues with waning in scoring position. So riddle me confused. Here's the 3-2 now, and that's ball 4. Back-to-back base runners for the Hawks as they try to rally here in the 7th. And it looks like another switch coming up for Hermon. Verrill to the dugout. And now standing on first, that appears to be an 11, Leah Walker. So waning on second. You got Walker on first, and now you got a team conference by the Broncos on the mound. Once again, a look at our live events on 92.9 The Ticket this week. Red Sox and Angels baseball tonight and tomorrow afternoon. NBA Finals Game 1, Pacers Thunder Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And then Sox and Yankees for the first time this year coming up Friday from the stadium in the Bronx. 6:05 the pregame, 7:05 the first pitch. Remaining broadcast schedule of regular season action on Ticket TV. Hampden baseball hosting Hermon across the sports complex here tonight. And tomorrow night, the Broncos host the Northern Maine Moose for some lacrosse action. Right now at Fenway, Red Sox bases loaded, 2 down in the bottom of the second, trailing that game 3-1. Back here in Hampden, first pitch misses low to Braylon Wilcox. Wilcox has spun a beauty on the mound. Now she's trying to avoid being the losing pitcher of record. Punched foul up the first base line, just feet away from tying this game.
Hampden baseball with a 2-0 lead over Hermon, bottom of the 6th. So they are not that
moving
far behind us. We thought we were at a laser pace.
Yeah, these are 2 speedy games tonight on Ticket TV.
And credit to Hampden. This is being senior night, of course. Both games started early.
Yeah, got it going. Planned well by the Broncos and company. 1-1 the count here on Wilcox. That is hit in the air, out to shallow right field, coming on to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Runner tagging and heading down to third. Waning advances and is now just a bag away, but with 2 down. Risky play, advancing on the short fly out there to Cowing in right field. Runners on the corners, 2 down. It's up to Becca Balmus, the Hermon shortstop. Balmus tonight 0 for 2. She's twice grounded out to third. For the year, a home run and 14 RBI. First pitch, strike 1. This would be a big win for the Broncos. Hermon 14-1 on the year. Chop too short. Throw across the diamond. They got it. Kat Ficini, a complete game shutout, and Hampden hands the Hawks just their second loss to end the regular season. 1-0, the final tonight in Hampden. There's the final out of the game. And the Broncos victorious as they pick up a 9th win to cap the regular season. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show comes your way next on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
...2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience. And it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Back here in Hampden, where the Broncos just put a big-time stamp on the regular season finale, a 1-0 shutout victory over the Hermon Hawks. Just the second loss of the year. It ends an 11-game win streak for Hermon here in the final game of the regular season. We welcome you into the McDonald's post-game show presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Main Street in Bangor, and Union Street in Bangor. Let's get you some Next Home Experience post-game highlights as well as the game recap. Highlights brought to you by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. As for the game recap, as you take a look at the action here tonight in Hampden, you're going to see a lot of whiffs. Strikeouts were the story. Kat Ficini had 6 to her credit, and Braylon Wilcox 10. A tough luck loser on the mound. Braylon Wilcox, she spun a beauty, but with only 1 run scored here tonight, she was on the wrong side of the ledger. Here you see a nice play made in the outfield. One of the few balls that were struck that well to get out there. Hampden displaying nice defense all night long. Ficini, 6 strikeouts in the game, so much of it was pitch to contact. And the Hampden infield was up for it. Into the 7th inning now, I believe, as a catch is made in right field.
This was Hermon's best opportunity of the day. Okay. And this ended the 6th inning for the Hawks.
Yeah, runner gunned down at second. A couple of runners thrown out from behind the plate by Aubrey Shaw, showing off the throwing arm behind the dish. Nice diving play made at short by Johnston. Here you get the start of the Hampden rally. They needed just a run. That one was chopped up the middle into center for the first hit. There is the only run scored tonight. As coming around from third was Gabrick. And it would hold up as you see the final out right here. Balmus grounding out to short to end the contest. Once again, highlights presented by Next Home Experience. We'll take a timeout. Back for our player of the game up next on Ticket TV.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Welcome back to Hampden Academy, putting the finishing touches on this broadcast of the Broncos' 1-0 victory over the Hermon Hawks to round out the regular season. Hampden ends the year at 9-7. Hermon finishes up the regular season at 14-6. You're watching the McDonald's post-game show. Time now to award the play and player of the game. We'll begin with the play of the game. That's an easy one right there, brought to you by McDonald's. Only one run was scored tonight, so you best believe that's going to be the play of the game. Kira Gabrick, the Hampden leadoff hitter, coming around to score after a single in the 6th inning. It was a 2-out rally, back-to-back singles by Gabrick and Kuhn, and that the only run to cross home in this contest. Kira Gabrick with the play of the day right there. Time now for the player of the game. It's presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor, the site of the Ticket Awards 20 days from tonight on Ticket TV. And tonight's player of the game is Kat Ficini, the Hampden junior, with a complete game shutout. 7 innings on the mound, only gave up 3 hits, walked just 1, and struck out 6 to go the distance and hand the Hawks only their 2nd loss this year. Well, that just about does it for us here on Ticket TV. There's a look at the broadcast schedule. Hampden and Hermon baseball wrapping up from Bordick Field across the way. Tomorrow night, we're back here at Hampden Academy for lacrosse between the Broncos and the Northern Maine Moose. That's on to postseason action next week on Ticket TV. Jay Baines on the 1s and 2s. We had Sydney running camera for us here tonight in Hampden. I'm Mark Paulette saying so long. The Broncos victorious over the Hawks by a final score of 1-0.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Nothing runs like a deer. And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart. And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 84 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth, and Bangor.
I order your vehicle. I appraise your vehicle. I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle. I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle.
You'll do better at Darling's.
High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hampden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. High school sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and 92.9 The Ticket.